That's what's up. So, is this like the only project you have out?
No, I had a project come out in 2003 entitled Blood Bath Beyond.
Okay.
And Blood Bath Beyond was actually a CD DVD combo.
Wow.
And I was told by the CD duplicators in the area, all the ones in the Bay, that that was actually the first digipack double disc from the Bay Area of any hip-hop group ever.
What?
So digipack, for those of you at home that don't know, it's this cardboard style. I don't know if you want to hold it up.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's cardboard. It's like a piece of artwork. A lot of people are doing it nowadays. But apparently I was the first one to do a double disc. I don't know if that's true. But yeah, it was a CD DVD. Came out in 2003. Bloodbath Beyond.
Yeah.
You can get it on iTunes. Am I allowed to say that?
Sure, why not?
You can get it on iTunes. We're sold out of physical copies, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
So if you can find one, man, I'll buy it off you. But and then I had a CD before that with a bunch of good friends of mine.
Yeah.
A bunch of guys from South Bay, people from my original band. It's called Womb Till Tomb, and that's a very cool, like more electronica project compilation that I had put out.
Yeah.
And that was from '02. And then in 2000, I had an album called Space Bar.
Bar.
This would be the fourth project by Kung Fu. But really, this project is 10 times bigger than all of those combined. You know, this Dead Sexy album. Yeah, this is the good album that I actually feel like promoting to people. People find a lot of stuff on our old stuff that they say is genius. But to me, I don't really like any of that stuff.
Yeah.
I like this. I could bump this and not be upset. You know what I mean? If you put on one of my old records, I'll tell you to turn it off. You know what I mean? Not trying to hear it.
You're better now.
Yeah, yeah. And honestly, the new stuff on this up-and-coming album blows this away.
What's your most memorable moment?
Ever?
Ever. So far.
Wow.
In your career. So far.
Well, in February 2010, I went out on this 50-date tour. I think it was like 46 dates.
Uh-huh.
And up until then, there's a lot of memorable moments, a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
But when I came around the curtain in Buffalo, New York for the first night of that tour, and there was 1,800 people, and the way that, you guys got to understand, the way that this place was built was like, the floor went up pretty steep, and then there was, you know, what do you call it? Stairs going up like halfway, like 6 stairs, and people all right there, then 6 more stairs and people right there.
Wow.
So it was a wall of people. I came out around the corner, I came out around the curtain, I said, get your hands up, and there was hands as high as I could see, as low as I could see, and everybody's faces were painted like clowns.
Wow.
And I had never seen anything like that before. So when I stepped out there to that, it was like,
whoa.
Oh my God! And they were moshing by the third song, like straight moshing at a hip-hop concert. And my stuff, for people who don't know, my stuff's aggressive and energetic, but it's not rock and roll at all. There's nothing metal or rock about it. It's just aggressive and fun. I mean, it's like if you took Lynch and made it even more like faster and hyped up. It's like a Brother Lynch or Tech Nine or something. So when I turned the corner and seen that, I mean, that's memorable, man. And then obviously signing my first booby. That was memorable, and then that just never ends, man, when you get on the road. And it's not a sexual thing, you know what I'm saying? You sign movies, people come up with their wives, they go, hey man, my wife loves you, will you sign her titties? And they pull them out. Like this. They pull them out, and you sign them, you're like, wow, that's crazy, man.
Oh my God, that is...
So those are some memorable moments.
That's crazy, man. Top 3 artists that you worked with.
Top 3 artists. First would be Eddie Gale. Eddie Gale is a jazz trumpeter in his 70s or 80s now. I worked with him about 8 years ago, 9 years ago on the Bloodbath Beyond album. Eddie Gale was signed to Blue Note Records. Okay, for you jazz aficionados out there, he actually played in high school with the greats, the biggest jazz greats that ever existed on this planet.
Wow.
You name them, Louis Armstrong, these guys, he played right next to them, a little bit younger than them, and he's still alive and kicking. I think he's actually teaching at San Jose State, or last I checked he was. So that would be number 1. Number 2 would be Cougnut. Rest in peace, Cougnut.
Yeah.
He was from the infamous IMP, Ill Mannered Players. Along with Ballhead Rick and some other cats. I don't want to mess up the other guy's name. But we did a few songs together. And Cougnut was just an amazing guy. Really strong voice, great rapper. I think today he would be up there with
the greats.
He'd be up there with Snoop, E40, Too Short. He would be that guy. And in fact, before he passed away, I was one of the last people he did songs with. And he actually had an album, I don't know where it is. I don't know anything about it, but I know he had an album where he had songs with Tupac and Method Man and all these. He had this star-studded record getting ready to go. And working with him was funny. One of the funniest things he ever said, I went to go hand him a cigar filled with something that's I can talk about because it's not illegal. It was a blunt. I went to go hand him a blunt, and it was kind of small, and he said, you think I can help? I can't hold that with these big old hands, you know? and just with that deep, he had that, wait, what's up, dog? He had that real crazy voice, like Tone Loc almost. He wouldn't take the blunt. He's like, I can't hold that. And it was just a funny experience. And then, gosh, number 3, Butterscotch.
Butterscotch.
For those of you who don't know, Butterscotch was on America's Got Talent. She was the 2nd place runner-up from a few years ago. She is also the world champion beatboxer and the first world champion beatboxer. She is amazing. She's out of Davis, California. She's on the new record. She's produced tracks on the new record. She sang on a few things on the new record. She just performed with me last Friday. She's awesome. Just super excited to be working with her. So those are my top 3. Everybody else, I love you, but those are the first 3 that came to mind. So
top 3 you haven't worked with that you want to work with.
Metallica.
Okay.
I know that's random, but I'd like to work with Metallica.
Okay.
Bjork. For those of you out there, I don't know. That probably won't ever happen. I'm not really trying to make that happen. But and then the third, which pretty much is going to happen, that almost has happened, is the Doors. Obviously minus Jim Morrison. But my management team in LA actually knows them and knows their managers, and I'm a huge fan. I just love them. My parents, actually, my mom used to play that around the house on record as a kid. And then I would say the 4th would be Talking Heads. None of these people are rap for some reason, but
that's dope though.
Talking Heads. For those of you who don't know, check out Talking Heads. I love them to death. They're a great band, and the singer David Byrne is still doing things, and he's just super talented.
So what's the future for Kung Fu Vampire?
The future for Kung Fu.
I'm
going out on tour in 1 month. I'm going to be hitting the whole U.S. We're doing about 40-something dates. And I can't announce who I'm going out with just yet. It's getting announced literally this week, so check my website, check the Facebook, check Twitter.
KungFuVampire.com?
KungFuVampire.com. If you don't know the spelling, it's KungFuVampire. And you can look, everything is Facebook, Kung Fu Vampire, Twitter, Kung Fu Vampire.
Google that.
All that. I'm on Instagram. If you're on Instagram on your iPhone, hit me at Kung Fu Vampire. I'm most personal on Twitter. But so the future of Kung Fu Vampire, late May, leaving on tour, national tour. Check the dates online. Coming back, then I'm going to go do the Gathering of the Juggalos with some of the biggest names in rock and hip hop. I mean, last year was E40, MC Hammer, Mystical, Paris. God, I'm leaving them out. Busta Rhymes, Ice Cube. All these people I was on stage with, man.
Where is
CKY. It's in the middle of Illinois, in the woods. In the middle of nowhere. Hour drive down a dirt road to get there. So I'm doing that in August, and then I'm coming back for the album release of Love Bites, and we're gonna go on tour in October for that album.
And that's another album coming.
That's the new album that I'm working on right now, Love Bites, and that's due to be out this summer. I don't rush my records, and you know, I'm not one of those people that's in this to sell product. If I have an album that's ready, it's time to put it out. If I don't, I don't. That's why it's been so many years on this one. So.
Hey, it's all good. Contacts, Facebook, Twitters. You just said it was all Kung Fu Vampire.
Twitter.com/Kung Fu Vampire. That's where you're going to be able to talk to me one-on-one. I will talk back to you if you hit me up on there. You want to tell me how much you hate me or how weird I am.
I don't like you.
I don't like you. You're doing something. You know, God, why is this guy doing something? For anybody who thinks I've gotten a free ride, this has been 20 years in the making. Every day working hard. While you were out impregnating people, I was at home writing lyrics. While you were out drinking 40s in the hills, I was struggling. I was in the gym. I was working out. I've been doing this. It's not easy.
No, it's not.
Please do not knock what I'm doing. If you feel like you need to knock it, you can meet me somewhere, man, and we can freestyle against each other, and we'll see who's got skills, because I do freestyle as well. But I'm about love. I'm a humanitarian first, a musician second. You know what I mean? I'm into my daughter. Humanitarianism to me is a huge deal. A lot of people lose touch that and say, I hear a lot of people say, you know, people are horrible. People are not horrible. People are horrible if you walk around with that chip on your shoulder that people are bad. I love people, and I want to be loved back. And if I'm not, it is what it is. I'll just avoid you. You know what I mean? But that's to me, a priority in my life, man. Humanitarian. So if you want to talk to me on Twitter, I will talk to you. I will give you a personal experience on there.
Yeah.
If you want another personal experience, Instagram, for those who don't know, on your iPhone, I think, or other droids, you can get it. It's strictly a phone-based app. And that's where I post up photos of me and just whatever I'm doing. You know what I mean? There'll be a photo of us from tonight probably.
Yeah.
And then Facebook.com/Kung Fu Vampire. Go like our page on there.
Yeah.
I post up all the events, all the flyers. There's tons of photos on there.
Tons.
You can get more in-depth detail on there if you want to stalk me.
Yeah.
I'm stockable on there.
Stockable.
YouTube.com Kung Fu Vampire.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I got a YouTube channel. I don't put up a lot of stuff. I'm not viral yet. But
it's coming.
Yeah, we got videos, couple videos on there, and
shout outs.
Yeah.
Shout outs for anybody.
Shout outs to everybody that's ever been in my band, man. Thank you for helping me be me. And shout outs to my label mate Mars, Chris Paxton, our drummer, Jeremy, my bassist, Mr. Widow, our web designer, and everybody else. You know, I love you, and this is our year, man. 2012, 2013. We're doing it big.
You want to introduce your song? We're gonna go into I Count and then to Dead Girls. Don't Say No.
They don't. Yeah, I Count. First single and first video I've ever made.